Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In today's video, I'm going to be explaining the whole meaning of Ayatul Kursi. When Ubay said this, he pushed him gently, the Prophet he pushed him gently and he said, knowledge will always be happy around you. May you be congratulated for knowledge. So this shows us that Prophet agreed that indeed the greatest ayah in the entire Quran is the Ayatul Kursi. Ayatul Kursi is to be recited every night. Ayatul Kursi is to be recited in the morning and the evening. And also in one other reported hadith, his Prophet said that whoever recites Ayatul Kursi after every first salah, what did our Prophet said? He said, nothing will prevent you from entering in Jannah except for his own death. Meaning, you are a person of Jannah if you recite Ayatul Kursi after every of the 5 salah. Now, why? What is so special about this ayah? It's just one verse. It's just 1/3 of a page. And there are so many 6,000 something simply verses in the Quran. Why does this verse stand out so much? The response is very simple. It is because this ayah deals with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His names and attributes. And always the most majestic verses, the most blessed verses are the verses that talk about Allah Azza wa Jalla. Why? Because nothing is more grandiose to discuss, more majestic to discuss, more beautiful to discuss than Allah Azza wa Jalla. There is no topic that is more worthy of being praised other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is no deity that is more worthy of being praised. And Allah affirms this by saying of worship other than Allah. And if you look around you, mankind always submits to other beings. Some submit to false God, some submit to their desires, and some submit to materialism and money, and they worship money. He is Al-Hayy, the one who has the perfect life. Not only does he have perfect life, he has the perfect life and he gives life. And once we're alive, we need food, we need water, we need rest, we need sleep, and every life is followed by death, except for Al-Hayy. Al-Hayy does not need anything. Al-Qayyum, the one that can take care of everything else. So Al-Hayy goes back to Allah, Al-Qayyum goes back to the creation, and Al-Hayy can take care of himself, and Al-Qayyum can take care of everything else. لَهُ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ. We explain this is the perfection. If Allah does not even get tired, He does not even get sleepy, then He doesn't need food, He doesn't need water, He doesn't need anything. مَنْ ذَا الَّذِي يَشْفَعُ عِنْدَهُ إِلَّا بِإِذْنِهِ. Every other being beside Him belongs to Him. Complete ownership. Nothing would have happened in this world except that Allah has willed it, except that Allah knows about it, except that Allah has created it, except Allah knows about it. Complete ownerships. All the events and the creations, they all belong to Allah Azza wa Jalla. Allah knows what's going to happen tomorrow in secret. Allah knows what is in front of them. Allah knows what is behind them. Allah knows what everybody else thought you were all alone. Allah knows your hidden secret. Allah knows when you thought you were alone, when you thought nobody's looking. Allah knows what happened. أيديهم ويعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم. So this was the meaning. وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء. So in this world there are billions and beasts and creatures, and nothing. And the one that crawl in the land, the one that swims in the oceans, it is nothing except that Allah has given His sustenance to it, except that Allah has created it. وَسَيَكُرْسِيُّهُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. His kursi, we don't know much about this, but what we know is that the kursi is the largest and the most magnificent creations of Allah Azza wa Jal. He says that His kursi encompasses everything around you. His kursi watches everything. What we think is the world, the kursi is larger than that. ولا يعوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. وهو العلي العظيم. This is the meaning. So these were the two comprehensive names of Allah Azza wa Jalla, the most majestic names of Allah Azza wa Jalla. These are broad meanings. They are encompassing many meanings. Al-Alim means the exalted. So Allah Azza wa Jalla is exalted in His essence. He is above us. He is exalted in His might. He is exalted in His knowledge. He is exalted in everything. Al-Qadim, the greatest. And Al-Azim, once more, the most magnificent. So this one verse contains more than 20 of Allah's names and attributes, and in fact the whole verse from the beginning to end is nothing but Allah's names, and this is why that this verse is the most greatest ayat in the entire Quran. Thank you.